Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of AEI Ed Talk. My name is Dr. Lisa Helton. I'm the CEO of American Education International, which provides online English services internationally. We're broadcasting today from the AEI headquarters in the beautiful and sunny Tampa Bay, Florida, USA, even though right now we're having a storm. Today, we're speaking with Dr. Cynthia Gomes. She also is with AEI, and she's going to be sharing a little bit about what many of you, some of the international students, have asked her, so that questions that you need answered, some information that you'd like to have about American Education International. So, Cynthia, thank you for joining us again today and for providing the information that the students need and the connection that they need with AEI. So tell us a little bit about what's on your mind today and a little bit about what interests you with AEI.
Dr. Lisa, I think too, and I'm worried about the storm there. I hope everything is okay. Very good morning.
Yeah, just normal here in the summer. We will have storms for a very short time. Once it starts hitting summer, it'll be every day, and it'll be maybe 30 minutes. Mm-hmm.
So don't suffer with too many storms, but we would love some rain here. A very good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to whoever, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to AEI, and I am proud and happy to be here. I am basically a principal for past 32 years back home in India, and here for the past 4 years in America, associated with AEI, and congratulate Dr. Lisa for the grand success of AEI, for you being the bridge, you being that Joe for so many of our Indian students who have crossed through AEI to come into America and to be a great success here. But given that great success, great scenario, we have a lot of Indian students. We have students from all over the world. Even my own personal students who are still at the very basic level, who want to know more about AEI. The ones who have already succeeded and who are here and achieving and enjoying their great success and their great careers because of AEI, they're really very grateful. But today I want to open up this door to the students who really want to have a link between India and America in order to come here to study, because there's so many platforms, so many people all over the world who say, come through us, we will be your door to America. But it's not all rosy at the other side. But American Education International, you, Dr. Lisa, hats off to you. I'm proud that you are so interested in giving this platform, making it affordable, making it so easy, making them have it for dual credit. But if we could give some insight to the students who want to come for the very first time. They've never heard of AEI, but they want to be here in America. They want to take the benefit of it. What would be their very first step if you could throw some insight? And along the way of the processing of whatever you're talking, if I could be humble enough to stop you to ask more questions as a student would, in order to get a little more insight through this podcast, it would benefit thousands of children waiting to come here.
Well, the first piece is to know that anyone can start very soon by simply enrolling in the program, and you can attend the classes online right from your own home. You don't need to come to America to be in the school, but you can be in the school online, and we have classes available 6 days a week and teachers teaching all throughout the day, 24 hours a day, because people are in different time zones. So you can enroll there. As far as being able to come to America, we do have students who come here for student exchange. And then when you graduate from American Education International with either a full-time diploma of 24 credits or a dual diploma of because some of your classes will transfer, some of your credits will transfer to AEI's American K-12 school. In that case, you would have a diploma from American Education International's K-12 program school, and you would have a diploma from your native school. And what that allows you to do is to come to higher education in America. And particularly, we emphasize the opportunities that we have in Florida for higher education. So that's it as a summary. What specifically?
Dr. Lisa, that you have put so many questions to rest, because most of the questions were, should we come to America now? But you have said it so simply, and you've taken America to them, to their door,
Yes.
to their study room by having it online. So with that said, that means from anywhere students can log in online and do the American education, right?
Absolutely. And all they need to do is to be able to find us. You can find us here. If you like what we're talking about, you can set the notification bar and you can join and subscribe. But let me show you the website, AmericanEducationInternational.com. And we will also put it.
To go to the website to get enrolled.
Yes, you can. And you'll notice that this is our page here.
Okay.
And it shows you everything that AEI has, American K-12 education. We are your gateway, your bridge to higher ed here, because you'll get a high school diploma with us. We also help businesses, teacher development, management, but the big one for everyone in that region of the world is going to be the English acquisition, which is going to be very important. So you'll notice that there's a chat bot right here. And if you would like to send us a message, you put your message there and your email, and we'll be able to connect with you quickly, just like that. And the other thing you could do is, as you go through the website and you start to check out the programs, you're going to notice, let me get rid of this guy. You're going to notice from our website that there's 3 big areas: American K-12, English acquisition and languages, professional training. And as you go down, everything is in order for you, right as it's presented, and explains all of the different programs. So if you are a student that just wants to learn English, or a parent that wants your child to learn English, they can begin at age 4 with AEI. And if you're an adult and you want to learn, you can also begin and receive a certificate, an English certificate. You can also receive TOEFL and IELTS classes, prep classes. And if you want to learn how to become an interpreter, we're working on that now with a group from Panama City, Florida. Panama City, Panama. And then you'll see that our programs, how they're all designed. We have live instruction with our teachers, and you'll have access to a curriculum license. So this gives you a little bit about the program. You'll notice right here that there's a button that says Thrive with AEI, and that'll send you directly to the contact page. And you can put your email there, and you can also call the phone number and send an email. So up here is the menu of the website. You'll notice that this is all about AEI, the history and the teachers. You'll get to see your teachers. These are our events. And we have a publication for you called Thrive with AEI.
Dr. Lisa, can you go back? So the first step that we have is to log into the website. If you could please go back, Dr. Lisa, on that website. So the first is for our students who are a little, want to understand a little more, if we could go step by step again. So we log into the website.
Yes, sure. Here's our website.
Okay, so we log into the website, and when we go down, there's a little chat box, and they could put in their detailed information. And when they click the button Thrive, they are able to get the contact information of us, the email and the website and all details there. So they could get connected That's all we need from them. Their
Right.
email and name, and then we take it forward. And they
And
could
right,
go to our website with the various programs that's available not only for students, but even for professionals. Is that right, Dr. Lisa?
that's right. And right here under the contact, you'll
Mhm.
notice that there's a drop down here, and they can reach that contact page a lot of different places. There
Okay.
is an admissions form that they can fill out directly, and they can talk about which program they're interested in. So
So
when you
that's
come
very,
down
very
under the,
simple. Okay.
yes.
Once they
Either,
are registered, then we could go on to the next step. Okay.
Yep.
Yes, Dr. Lisa, can we please go ahead?
Yes, so there's everything that you need is on that website. If you haven't heard anything about the program, or if you have specific questions, the American K-12 program is specifically what most of you that have been talking to Dr. Cynthia are interested in. So I'm going to go to that page really quickly, and I'm
Yes.
going to point out that we have live online classes. And with those live online classes, we have people that have entire schools that are interested in having their students participate in all or parts of the program. And so you'll notice here that there's a video with one of our students. We're going to share with you right now, Alishba. That's our mission. Thank you. And if you have a hard time with the language on the website, because maybe you're not very proficient in English, if you go down to the translate button, you can find your country's flag, and you can click on that, and it will translate the entire website for you. So for example, I think we could look for maybe, I think this is Spain. You'll notice that it changes it to Spanish.
That's
okay.
amazing.
Yeah, it just makes it very easy for everyone. So regardless, and even though if you're listening and you feel like you're a little bit limited with the English language, there are a lot of translation tools that you can use to hear this, and we have all the documents for you in your own language as well. But let me tell you a little bit about the American K-12, take a deeper dive into the program, what a dual diploma is. A dual diploma is when you are going to get two diplomas, one from your native school and one from America. AEI is American K-12.
When they say diploma, is it the school, like we have SSC or the grade 10 level and the grade 12 level. So when you say diploma, is it the grade 10 level
12.
and the grade 12 level?
The
It's a grade
12, the high school graduate, diploma.
Our students in India are not very familiar with the word diploma. They find the diploma after 12. They can go for a diploma course. So I am happy that you threw light on that. So when we say dual credit, it's a dual diploma. It's your high school, that is your grade 12. So you have grade 12 and a certification, not only from your country, but also from America. Is that to my understanding,
That's
Dr.
right.
Lisa?
Exactly. And you'll notice that there is a whole comprehensive curriculum that you'll get a chance to be a part of, full English language immersion. And what this actually does is give you better, more competitive options to get into the higher education institution of your choice, because you will have everything that you need for that. And in America, you're going to need, for college admissions, you're going to need their college admissions testing. And in most places, that's going to be the standardized achievement test, the SAT prep. But you will notice here that there are all these credits that are required for the kids who are in Florida, because we're registered in Florida, USA. There are 24 credits that the students must take to get a high school diploma here.
Can we throw light on that word credit? Because that's something, when we say 24 credits, the word credit or the GPA, these words, or the diploma, these words are not very familiar to the Indian scenario. We have subjects and the children are aware of the subject. So when you say credit, can you throw a little light on that the word credit?
Well, the credit is the amount of time and the work that they accomplish, that they produce within the subject that they're taking. So for example, there are 4 different types of science that the students need to take in their high school years within AEI. One of them must be biology. And so for one whole amount of time, there's a certain amount of hours of study with that subject. And when you complete that amount of hours of study, then you will get your credit for meeting the science requirement for biology. And there are all of these, there's 24 total in grades 9 through 12, which is 6 classes a year. But if you already are enrolled in another school, I'm going to find the information. Okay, if you're a Florida kid, that's what you're going to be required to do. Okay, but if you are already enrolled, let me go up a little bit. You're going to notice that you're probably going to want to do the dual diploma. So I'm going to go down in the drop down menu, and I am going to find a little bit more information. So for example, if you are a student athlete and you are not going to go to school with a traditional structure, but you will probably be enrolled in AEI full-time. So you'll probably take all 24 credits. But if you're already enrolled in another school, then you will not need all of the credits because some of your credits will transfer. If you already have biology and the right amount of hours from your home school, your native country, then you will not need to take those. You will be able to take the courses. That's not the right page. That's the student athlete page. And the student athletes is a sidebar, which doesn't apply to the Indian students. It applies more to the students in Latin America who are coming to America for sports. They have the option of taking their courses in Spanish. Yeah.
So given a simple word, credit is nothing to be getting scared of. It's just the number of hours that is used for any given subject. And if they have those subjects, whether it's physics, math, biology, chemistry, or whatever they have done, if they have covered that subject, they do not have to redo it in the AEI. So AEI caters to some parts of the subject. The rest of the subject could be covered by the Indian education. They merge them together to get a dual credit.
Right, exactly.
Dual diploma. So they have the high school certification along with a diploma from AEI, which gives them a stepping stone put together to get into the next platform that they want to move on with their international studies. Is that the right understanding that I have, Dr. Lisa?
Right. And I think the thing to note is that you would be able to enroll your students, if your parents that are listening, you'd be able to enroll your children in the program and have them take 1 or 2 classes a week throughout a period of time. And then they would be able to earn their credits, their diploma credits towards their credits towards the diploma, towards the high school diploma. And the value of having the American high school diploma is going to be if you have the aspiration of having your student come to America for higher education. That's going to be the reason you would want to enroll in the dual diploma program or enroll in AEI for high school. If you're not interested in that, you can enroll in some courses like the English acquisition and the things that you know you need from some entity that's not able to provide what you have there, with the real English, not the British English mixed in with your native tongue like Dr. Cynthia has been talking about, but the actual English language that is used in higher education, that's used in technology, science, any other area so that the students do have the advantage with whatever the options are in higher education and career that they choose in their lives. Dr. Cynthia, what percent of the students, I mean, you have told me before that when the students want to go to higher education, most of them look to study outside of India. Is that right?
Yes, it's a dream for most of our students, especially to come to America. But then there's a setback because of the language. It's a barrier. So they think, will we be able to make it, even if it's affordable, even if they can afford it, even if they come from families that are ready to send their children abroad. The most important problem that they face is the English language. So when AEI steps in, you're actually helping them get equipped with the best quality of English. So once they come in here, they're not faced with that problem. So one big problem taken out of their plate, because there are so many other adjustments. I think in one of our podcasts, we did speak about the different problems that not exactly problems, the adjustments that they need to make when they come to a different country. So one big chunk of it is the quality English that they need to speak, and that is given by AEI. Another thing, Dr. Lisa, I would like you to throw a little light. I know AEI has made it very, very affordable to students across the world. But where would they, log in once they registered? You made it so simple that they just need to put in their email or send us an email or get into the chat box on the website and get an idea how to register at AEI. But given a scenario, I know it's affordable, but where would they find the fees after they get connected, or based on the different levels that they want to, join us, the different scenarios of the fees, or is it something that they could look into before even stepping into AEI?
I think the gist of what you could think about is that your monthly cost is going to be around about $500 a month for all the classes, but you will see that there's some scholarships available. So over a period of 2 years, that comes up to around $5,000, I think. But you're going to notice, those of you who are in Florida, you will have scholarships if you qualify for the Step Up program. So if you're listening here, we'll talk to you about that a little bit later. But those students that are international, it's going to depend on if you're full-time enrolled, or if you're just doing the dual diploma, or if you're just taking the English classes. So anywhere from 300, let's say 250 really, to $500 a month is what you're going to be looking at, depending on which program that you're in. So if I look at the English program, for example, we have the prices on here under the English All Ages and the steps that they actually will take. And they'll choose which program that they want. But it's better for us to be able to counsel with you so that we can fit you into the right program. But for example, this shows you the business prices. Now, for those of you who want to enroll and do a trial and just enroll for short programs, we have something on the bottom of the English All Ages program here where you can be enrolled for 5 days at $55, for 15 days at $125, and for 30 days at $195. So
you have really made it so very affordable. It's really, really affordable and commendable. It's like a one-stop shop for all their thoughts about English. So even if they take a 5-day program, they get an idea of what can be the expectation. And I'm sure whoever gets in will never want to get out till they are fully equipped with everything that they need in order to continue on with life. It's so wonderful and amazing, Dr. Lisa. Anyone who's listening to this podcast, if you have questions, if you have more things that I have not been able to ask, You could go ahead and send in your questions, and I would be your mouthpiece to ask Dr. Lisa and to get all the answers that any given student would want. You could reach out to me also. All my information is there on, I know Dr. Lisa is a very, very busy person. She is the CEO, and she has more than a handful with dealing with every given student, but she has that touch with each student. And I am also a bridge here, available 24/7. You can access with us. You can send us, we have our WhatsApp number. You can reach out to us, and I will be your mouthpiece to get you an answer and to get you connected with AEI, to get your dreams fulfilled, and for you to have a better future. Dr. Lisa, again, we are so grateful to have you open up this brainchild, I would say, to give so many across the world a better future. Thank you, Dr. Lisa, for spending time with us today and having this beautiful podcast. And I'm sure we have to get back again on many more questions that are going to pop up. And I would love to, dig deep into knowing more about education, American AEI, and students to benefit from that.
Well, thank you, Dr. Cynthia, for the questions. I realize that you have a lot of people reaching out to you directly that do not know how to navigate and connect with us. So I'm glad we showed the website today, how to access it, but we can also have some informational sessions. We'll be having some open house, virtual open houses soon. So stay connected with us. Go to our social media, subscribe here and like, and that way you can be notified for all of the upcoming events. So thank you.
One question before you go, Dr. Lisa. Would it be possible for our students to join us on a web? Would we send out a registration link? Maybe coming up the next podcast, we can talk about a website that they could come on, just log in live and connect with us and talk to us while we are on the webinar. Would that be possible? Would that be a dream?
Yeah. Yes, we do that all the time. We have informational sessions, and so we can schedule that with you all, just a chance to talk and get to know one another, share a little bit more about the program. So thank you, Cynthia, for being our guest today and sharing all the questions. And thank you, everybody, for listening.